Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Car 5 Podcast. What's going on, everybody? Thank you so much for joining me today for episode number 149 of the Car 5 Podcast. You guys know me, of course. I'm your host, Joshua. For today's episode, something very exciting. We're going to be talking about Karma, and they have a brand new vehicle they're calling the SC2. Now, this newest model they've recently come out with is absolutely nothing like their current model, the Revero. There are a couple different variants you can purchase of the Revero, which is a hybrid-based vehicle that is four-door. And I actually had the pleasure of driving a Revero GT very recently at a driving event I went to, and it's a pretty cool car. My favorite thing about the Revero is the design aspect. The interior and exterior are so unique within themselves, and my favorite part is actually the digital gauge cluster and the infotainment system. You've never seen anything like it. You've never seen anything like the infotainment system in a Karma Revero. Now, the new vehicle Karma came out with, the SC2, is nothing like the Revero in any which way. It's not four doors. Rather, it's two doors, and it's not a hybrid. This is 100% electric, and it is an absolute monster of a hypercar. So let's go ahead and get right into these details. Karma is saying very specifically it is heavily inspired by the aviation and space industry, and you can tell, one, being located where they are, they legitimately have SpaceX near them. And two, just look at the car itself. It's got huge scissor wing doors, which we'll get into in just a moment. Super long hood. The rear end's very different. You can tell it's just a different looking type of vehicle. Of course, it's all-wheel drive. The SC2 is going to utilize a 120 kilowatt battery pack via two electric motors, one at the front, one at the rear, and of course 100% electric, and has 1,100 horsepower with, you ready for this? I almost found this hard to believe. 10,500 torque. What is it? I mean, I don't even know that. What does that feel like? I feel like with almost 11,000 pound-feet of torque, it's going to feel like one of two things. How that torque is transferred to the tires, which is then transferred to the road, they've either engineered it so good where it's going to feel like a whoosh of power, and it's going to be very smooth and consistent, or it's just going to be an outright throw you back in your seat and you can't control anything. It's going to be one of those two. I don't even know if I necessarily have a comment on that much torque because I can't relate to any knowledge or experience or anything like that. I just want to experience that. With that type of torque being available, of course, there's special torque vectoring available that's going to be on the SC2. And to stop all that torque and all that horsepower, you're going to have huge carbon ceramic brakes fitted on the SC2. 0 to 60 is expected to be achieved in 1.9 seconds, which is very similar, the same actually as the Tesla Roadster, which is supposed to achieve that same 0 to 60. It has an approximate range of 350 miles per charge. It's also going to have some pretty cool facial recognition technology and biometric seats. So I wonder if to get inside your car, you gotta like stare at a camera near the window and it lets you in or something like that. I have no idea. I think it'll be pretty interesting though. But one of the things that also sets this car apart, again, is how Karma's saying it is inspired by the aviation and the space industry. And you can tell, like, just by looking at the pictures of it right now, like I am, the scissor doors are roughly the entire length of the car. They're massive. It's like the whole side of the car opens up for someone to get into. It's got very sharp head-looking headlights that are very sleek and aggressive-looking. It's got a really long hood. It's got kind of a snubbish, very small, short kind of rear end. It's different. I don't know why. This is just my opinion. You guys might think I'm crazy. You might actually agree with me. But I think the kind of shape of the rear end, it reminds me of a Ferrari FF. You know, the little wagon. I don't know. That's just me. Let me know what you guys think. Do you agree with me that you think the rear end of the SC2, just the overall shape of it reminds you of the Ferrari FF? Let me know. I'm curious to know what you guys think. The tan interior is completely mixed with everything, and it is forged carbon fiber, literally everything. And I think it's got a very interesting and beautiful design aspect to it, especially with the square steering wheel and the floating headrest. It's kind of captivating to look at. It's really drawing me into. I know this car is going to be at multiple car shows next year, as we're towards the end of 2019 in December. You know, we have Geneva, we have the LA Auto Show, San Francisco Auto Show, New York Auto Show. You got Monterey Car Week coming up next year. I have no doubt in my mind we'll all get to see one in person. But my conclusion so far is this vehicle, it's very incredible. And in fact, I do have a quote here, as I often do, from Mr. Andreas Thurner, who's the Karma Vice President of Global Design and Architecture. He very pleasingly mentions how the SC2 represents where Karma is heading and demonstrates the direction of where they want to go. So Andreas Thurner says, enthusiastically, we accept the challenge of elevating experience-driven mobility. In creating the SC2, we have enhanced the thrill of the open road through being connected, interactive patented technology beyond that of a traditional high-performance luxury vehicle. So basically what they're saying is this car is going to perform like no car has ever performed before, and it's going to have technology that's going to demonstrate where the company is going. I'm extremely excited for this vehicle. I think it's very excellent what they're doing, and I'm really becoming a Karma fan. I couldn't say that I was a big Karma advocate just based off of the Revero. I love the car. It's a phenomenal car, but I didn't really understand where the company was going as of yet. I guess I didn't really have enough information. But now seeing the SC2 and reporting the SC2 and writing about the SC2 and looking at pictures of the SC2, I think I'm turning into a Karma fan. I'm very happy for the company. They've established themselves on a new set of feet. They've got production going, they got orders, and they're coming out with a pretty amazing car called the SC2. But ladies and gentlemen, that's all we got for episode number 149. Don't forget to follow on Instagram, like on Facebook. If you guys are checking out the podcast for the first time, thank you so much for stopping by. Feel free to head over to the YouTube channel as well, unless you're watching on YouTube already, and just browse around, browse the channel. If you guys see what you like, hit that subscribe button. If you don't mind, leave a like on this video as well. You know, if you ever need anything from me, just shoot me an email, info@car5podcast.com. 'Tis be the Christmas season, at least it is by the time we're making this video. So go ahead and check out the link in the description. It's your guys' go-to source for the best car merchandise out there, www.tlg.com. I got a coupon code for you guys as well. Last but most certainly not least, don't forget to tune into our next episode, number 150. We are going to be talking about the Jaguar F-Type and how it has a brand new facelift for the 2020 model. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. Please remember to drive safe and have a fantastic evening. Thank you.